Alright, so once you reach the point where your motor is connected to your wires and everything is secured in your lower receiver, you can tighten it back down. So what I tend to do is I like to loosen my motor adjustment screw a little bit when I put it back in, just because I can always adjust it again later, and I'd rather have it be too loose and move it in than be too tight. It's a personal preference, you don't have to do this, but every time I put your motor back in, it is a little different with your wiring. So I loosen it a turn or two, put it back in, screw everything down, and then when I go to retest it, that's when I will tighten it back up with the motor height. Sometimes I even change these screws around too, with how tight they are. It really, for stock guns, you should be fine with putting this on, screwing it back into place, and just testing your motor height once everything's put together. However, in my upgraded gun, this grip is a little tight in general, so my thicker wires make the motor height stick a little bit, and this is just how I do it. I specifically do that to this gun alone. I don't do this to the other guns that I work on because it's just this grip and motor plate combo with my wires, and it's just one of those things when you're teching or opening things up and putting them back together where the slightest changes can make differences. Okay, so now that your motor's back in and your gearbox is all set up, you're going to put your lower receiver back into your upper receiver. So what you're going to do is grab your upper, pull the handle all the way back till you reveal part of the lock bolt. You're going to take this piece, dust cover, and there will be a little hole, a little ridge inside here, actually. See that black? It goes up right in that spot. It's a little higher than around it. There's also a ridge on this that goes up. So you're just going to place this inside the hole on the inside and then let it rest there. You can check to see if it's in the right by pushing the handle forward. It should move with the handle. So that's how you know that's all set. Next, you're going to take your lower receiver. See how there's a ridge right here? You're going to line it up with the bottom of your upper receiver in the ridge and just slide it into place. You will need to push the... if I can get this on. You'll need to push this down, have it keep sliding. Then sometimes push this up, the fake dust cover bolt again. Sorry, the dust cover for your mock bolt. Push it up against the top and then slide this behind it. Then you're just going to jam this forward into your hop-up. Your hop-up has a spring on it, so it will stay against the air nozzle. And once this is forward, you are going to put in your body pin. Now your gun is back together minus the stock. So for your stock, simple part, you're going to get it. I always fold mine in half because it's easier to route the wires through that way. However, your wires are different than mine, so you might not have to do this step. But you have to line up the guide rod and the spring, the charging handle, and then route your wires through. Sorry about this awkward angle, because my wires are weird, so I have to approach it this way. You will most likely only have a Tamiya plug on yours if it's stock. So yours should be a little easier than this. But my wires like to give me a hard time. So I use pliers sometimes to just grab the plugs and pull them, twist and pull them through. Now once you're through the first part, put the stock on, fold your stock over, again feeding wires through. Now we take the 3 screws from the beginning and just put them back in the holes and tighten it up. This will be the final step in putting your gun back together. So once your screws are all in place for your stock, make sure they're tight. These do come loose after a while, just from normal use, so make sure that you're always retightening these. Then you will plug in your battery and test your gun out. Obviously, something doesn't work right. It can be a multitude of things. If it sounds weird, it's most likely motor height. Assuming you didn't touch shimming and it sounded better before you took it apart. If something is not working right when you put your gearbox back together in your gun, contact me or any tech on a local forum, Airsoft Mechanics, Airsoft Society, Airsoft Forum, YouTube. Look around, make a video, PM people, contact me, I'll be able to help you fix it. Most problems with doing this are fairly simple. The worst thing you can happen is parts not fitting or working together, and you don't know the actual reason why, so you assume they should be, and you try to jam them together or use them together when you shouldn't. And I'm struggling with the screws right now. I'm trying to hold it at an angle you can see. Sorry about that. But basically, if you know things are having problems, don't try to force them to work. You're just going to break them further, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. Contact someone to help you out. Alright guys, so this will conclude putting the D-Boys SCAR back together. Again, this works for D-Boys, Echo 1, Classic Army Sport Line SCARs, because they're all modeled after the same thing. But there you go. There was the disassembly and reassembly of your SCAR L. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. Check out my channel. Talk to me on forums. I'm always open. And I will see you soon.